What is up, guys? Welcome back to this episode of the Road to Redemption podcast. I'm, as always, your grateful host, Williamson. It's good to be back with you guys. I'm back with an update I don't want to give, and I promised myself I was going to stop crying on this show, but I see little chance of that happening today. We got to talk about Ma. Things took a pretty gnarly turn a couple days ago. The old chemo that she was taking wasn't doing anything, so they started a new one, and on the first day of the new one, things got very, very, very bad for many reasons. And she's been in the hospital since, and she's just been waiting for a certain transfer to be made. But things just keep getting worse every day. And the last time I talked to her, she's been heavily medicated to be comfortable. She was just saying that she couldn't breathe. And as her son, the first thing I want to do is run to where she is and fix that. But I can't. It's not that I can't go there, but I can't fix anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a cancer specialist. I'm not anything. I'm just her son. And in these situations, you have to realize that your family member is not the only one ill. They're not the only one that these doctors are taking care of and looking over. And everyone else's families care about their family members just as much as you care about yours. And everything does happen in the time that it will, especially with hospitals and stuff like that. And I know my mom, she wouldn't want me calling off work to come sit in a hospital room where she doesn't even know I'm there. She would want me taking care of my family, my kids, right? The hardest part about a lot of it is you always think you have time. You think you have time to have certain conversations with people, so you would know what they would want from you, or what they would need from you, or what they would, feel the most loved and supported by you doing. And sometimes things happen so fast that you don't get the chance to talk about it. And then it happens and you're like, wow, I thought I would know what to do here. But this is the hardest part. The person that I call for everything is the one I can't. And I'll tell you guys, the last few days have been really rough. I had to work a double yesterday with all this stuff going on. And it's you think I wasn't giving myself every excuse not to call off work and not to get off early and whatever. And it's yeah, I could have. And everyone would have given me a pat on the back for going and supporting my mom. But I would have known in my heart that my mom would have been stressing the fuck out that I took off work. And my only goal right now is to not cause her any more stress or discomfort or worry or anything. And she knows I love her. She knows that, I'll be there in 2 seconds. But man, this has been a wild ride of a couple days where, again, man, you think you have time for certain things. You think you have time to make certain things right, or to make some conversations happen that need to happen, or you think you have time to learn certain things about certain people. You think you have time to hug somebody again. You think you have time to be in their presence as them again. And then one day you have a hard realization, maybe I don't. And over this last year, the lesson that life keeps giving me is I keep having people that I care about so much that now I just can't even talk to them at all. And they're my people. and life takes your people from you sometimes. And whether it's terminal illness or choices, like, you learn to accept them both the same, which is just like, this life is going to do whatever it wants with us. And we can and we have to still show up every day and make the best choices for ourselves and our kids. And we have to take that next step, because what other choice do we have, especially if you're not laying in a hospital bed and your time's not running out? Like, for whatever reason, we're given this gift of life. I have no idea. And why it's so painful for some people for so many big spans of time during that, I don't know. That's why I created this show, because I want a place for those people to be able to come and go, I'm seen here and I'm felt here, for the people that life just constantly kicks the shit out of you. It just does. And you still show up resilient every day, not knowing how, not even believing that you're doing it, doubting yourself the entire way through. But guess what? You're doing it and you're still here. So I want to, applaud you for that, because, man, I know how hard this life gets. And I know the pain of having people that you love so much and you just cannot control the amount of time you have with them. And it makes everything else in life so utterly bland. And it makes it hard to see why people enjoy other little silly stuff. But usually when you look at the people that are able to enjoy the silly little moments of life, they're usually very fulfilled. They have a lot of love around them. They have a lot of really great connections. And I think a lot of those things kind of seed out. Where if you don't have that love and you don't have those connections and you've never really been great at relationships, well, it's really hard to enjoy the small moments, because you're constantly living in the fuck-ups of before. And then you lose hope that there's anything positive going to come down the line again. And I can't stand here as a figure of, hey, look, I've done it. My life got so much easier and everything's going great for me now. I'm not here with that message. I'm just here to tell you all that I love you. And that I am terribly sorry for any of the pains of this world has caused you that you can't talk about. If you don't have people to call at the end of the day to open your heart to and bare your soul to, I'm sorry. I really wish I could sit down with every single one of you and I would just sit and listen to the ways you feel, and good and bad. And I understand that for a lot of people, there's a lot of bad that they'd rather talk about because it hurts. And carrying pain around is, man, it's a heavy thing. It's heavy. But just because you're going through it right now doesn't mean you can't keep going. I've, there's kind of a slogan that I've been keeping in the back of my head. It was an old country song from a long time ago, which is like, if you're going through hell, just keep on going before the devil even knows you're there. And that's kind of the only mindset that I keep going at, which is like, if you're already in it, and I've heard this in physical sports and stuff like that too, which is like, if you're already in pain and you're already hurt, well, then why not keep going? Right? If you're already hurting and the goal line's right there, you think better days are right ahead, but I'm hurt so much now, I could stop right now. But it's right there. You're already hurt. You're already feeling that. So you might as well just go. Go that way. And then that pain that's hurting you won't be there anymore because you'll have made it and you can move on and you can, But the hell that we walk through our own individual, there is not a supernatural version of hell with fire and flames and gnashing teeth or any of that, that I fear worse than some of the pains that this life has thrown at a lot of us. But you can keep going, and you can take that next breath and figure out what to do with it. And you can choose to not let your life completely implode because things are going very, 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 very terribly. Because what? That will only make them worse. I didn't have much for you guys today other than that quick update. I hope you guys truly know how much I love you. And I hope you know how much I value every one of you. And I'll see you in the next one.